If you want to see what a true miscarriage of justice looks like, look no further than the case of Melvin Harris. Now, I didn't know anything about this story until I saw it on my timeline on Twitter. And basically what you have is this 41-year-old man who's out in Arizona who is a father of of a little girl. And what happened was he saw this other man prepare to walk into the stall that his daughter was in, or go into the bathroom behind his daughter. So he did the fatherly thing, and that was beat this man, but he ended up killing him. They said that he beat this man to death, like the man is now dead. So he should get praise for that. Wrong. This man ended up getting sentenced to 8 years in prison for protecting his child. If that's not a true miscarriage of justice, I have no clue what is. It's gotten to that point where now fathers can't even protect their kids. Let me scratch that. Black fathers can't protect their children. It's gotten to that point. I'm going to go ahead and read this article. It says in Arizona, it's coming from Fox News. An Arizona father who authorities say fatally beat a man who allegedly tried to follow the dad's teenage daughter into a restroom stall was sentenced Friday to 8 years in prison. I hope to God that they appeal the hell out of this sentence, because he should not be in jail. Defendant Melvin Harris, age 41, accepted a plea deal on a manslaughter charge after initially facing a second-degree murder charge in connection with the 2018 incident. Harris was waiting outside a Quick Trip convenience store in Phoenix after arriving there to pick up his daughter and two of her friends. When his daughter came out of the store, she told him that a suspect, later identified as Leon Armstrong, had tried to enter her stall inside the store's restroom. Harris asked the store security guard to handle the situation, or else he would handle it himself. At least he gave a warning. The father later told police that Armstrong took a swing at him, so he reacted by punching, kicking, and stomping on Armstrong, who died several days later from severe brain injury. Harris had pleaded guilty to the manslaughter charge last month. That is some messed up shit. And by the way, the name Leon Armstrong, this was another black man that tried to violate this man's daughter. Race aside, the piece of shit had it coming. And a big fuck you to whoever did not handle the situation when this man right here told them that if they wouldn't deal with it, that he would. Because if they dealt with it, that man probably would still most likely be alive today. But he had to do what he had to do as a father. He saw that his daughter was in danger, and he did what he had to do. And usually when parents are protective of their children, they will black out. And it won't take much, especially with a father and his daughter, because they have a special kind of connection. Now, it's so funny because you'll have a lot of people out here that say black dads are deadbeats and all types of shit. Here you have a dad that did what he did to protect his daughter and beat this man to death because he saw what this man was going to attempt to do. This man was about to violate his daughter, his teenage daughter, who was a minor, which means this guy most likely was or had pedophile ways. I wonder if they dug into his past to see what this man was like. Did he have any criminal charges against him? Did he have any child pornography stored on a thumb drive somewhere? Like, these are questions that need to be asked, but all they're focused on is that the man is dead and that this man beat him to death. They made it seem like this man just went in and beat this man to death just because. Like, there was no reason as to why, or at least no logical reason as to why he did what he did. They're probably saying all you had to do was beat him a little bit. You didn't have to kill him. In those moments like that, like I said before, you don't know what you're going to do. When you black out, you don't see anything else. You don't hear anything. His mission was to protect his daughter no matter what, at all costs. And that's what ended up happening. I don't feel bad for the man that is deceased. As far as I'm concerned, he had it coming. But they need to appeal this man's sentence, because 8 years for protecting his daughter is some bullshit. The man is 41 years of age. That means if he has to stay all 8 years, he won't get out until he's 49. But did you hear? They were going to get him on second-degree murder charges, which would have been way more than 8 years if he didn't take the plea deal. If he got that second-degree murder charge, if he pled not guilty and got that second-degree murder charge against him and they convicted him, he would have got way more time in prison. We talking about double-digit numbers. But 8 years is still not acceptable. Hell, 8 months is not acceptable. If they wanted to throw and give him some probation or whatever, fine, whatever. But 8 years in prison? Hell, now that I think about it, he shouldn't even have gotten probation. There shouldn't have been any charges. But this is the society that we live in now, where parents can't even protect their kids. And this was a black father protecting his daughter, coming to her aid and coming to her defense. And it doesn't surprise me, it's in Arizona, and I think they said it was in Phoenix. Didn't I just cover a story about the football player who tried to start that private client account with JP Morgan? Wasn't that in Arizona as well? That lets you know how Arizona gets down. A lot of people think racism is just in the South. No, it's global. It's everywhere. But this is messed up, though. Like, it really is. And they don't say anything about this man having a record. If he doesn't, he has one now. But I hope they fight tooth and nail to get this man out of prison, because he does not deserve to be there. He did what he had to do. He protected his daughter's virtue and her honor. And that's what a dad is supposed to do. In my eyes, he can't even be labeled a deadbeat, like so many like to label black dads as. Y'all let me know what you think about this down in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one.